Welcome, welcome to the program. An old man was walking along the beach, and he saw a young boy picking up starfish and throwing them back out in the ocean. He said, "Son, why are you doing that?" He said, "Well, when the sun comes out, they'll all die." He said, "Yes, but it looks like to me there's millions of them." He said, "You won't be helping. How can you help all of them?" He said, "I can't help all of them. I can't do all of them." But he said, "The one I just threw in," he said, "it made a lot of difference to him." I'm sure the old man got the message. You know, there was a boy that I went to school with named Earl. He wasn't in church. And so after we grew up, I came back home from the Navy. He and I got to talking about church. And he didn't understand and really didn't believe what I was telling him. I don't think. I felt like he couldn't believe it. Well, he said, "Listen, I work at a funeral home." And he said, "I'm going to be there all night by myself tonight. Why don't you just come? There's 2 beds. Why don't you just come and stay with me tonight? And let's just talk about what you're talking to me about the church. Just tell me all about it. Explain it to me." So we got to the funeral home and walked through the big long lobby and walked over to the stairway that led up, and we went up and he showed me the bedroom, and there was 2 beds in it, and we passed by a man that was laying out on the slab, we called it, without clothes. Everything got so spooky, so quick. And so we got to talking about the Lord, about church, and so forth and so on. And we talked until we got sleepy, and then we went to sleep. And I had a little problem sleeping, but just before we went to sleep, he said, "Listen, I also have ambulance duty tonight." And he said, "If I have to leave, don't you worry about it." He said, "I'll be back." I said, "Listen to me. If you go, I go. I'm not staying here by myself." Because we were laying there asleep, and all of a sudden I heard somebody open the door and come in downstairs. And I thought, well, it must be normal. But then I looked and I could see that Earl was leaning up on his elbow listening. I said, "Earl, who is that?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "The owner's the only other one that has a key besides me, and he's in Mississippi." I was kind of wishing I was in Mississippi. And so after a while we heard him go out. And I finally went back to sleep. Well, to make the long story short, Earl came to church, and got wonderfully saved, and Earl lived for the Lord. He has lived for the Lord ever since that day in the 50s. Well, if he hadn't got saved, I'd have wasted a lot of fear. But you know what? I have not won every one that I wanted to. I have not been able to win as many as I wanted to. But with Earl, it's made a lot of difference. If you can't get 100, get one. I think that's kind of the way the Lord works. Yes, it made a lot of difference to him. He raised his family in the church. He has been very faithful to God. God bless you.